Welcome to Operation Successful Transition. In this podcast, my guests and I will be talking about the 4 pillars of housing, work, benefits, and mental health to open doors for veterans and connect you with the people you need to meet. We deeply appreciate your service and sacrifice and hope to help make your transition back to civilian life smoother. Your success is important. You are important. Howdy, everybody. This is Sherry Eccles. Welcome back to another episode of Operation Successful Transition. Today, I'm here with Milynda Hallerman with SWBC Mortgage. She is a veteran loan specialist, so she's someone you want to listen up to. Today, we're going to be talking about Texas Veteran Land Board loans. So, Milynda, tell us who's eligible for these loans? How would they get started?
Well, thank you for having me on, Sherry. I am tickled to talk about Texas Veterans Land Board. I really feel like it is an underutilized opportunity for our Texas veterans.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. I'd love to tell you about it. Texas Veterans Land Board loans, generally speaking, are going to be open to any active duty or veteran who is a current Texas resident. They're also open if you are in the Texas National Guard, or have served there, then Veterans Land Board loans are probably an option for you as well.
Okay. Is there like a minimum period of service that they have to have, to get the eligibility certificate? That's a thing for this also?
It's not quite the same as a certificate of eligibility with a VA loan. Most of the time, if you have a DD-214 and you have enough eligibility to get your COE, you're also going to qualify for the Veterans Land Board loan. There's a lot of parallels between VA and Veterans Land Board.
But it's not exactly the same. And to be a resident, you don't have to be here for a year or anything. You can move here, live with your in-laws for one day, and that counts as being a resident of the state of Texas.
Exactly. It is important that you have some type of Texas address when you start this process. And exactly, that could be your travel trailer that you are now renting a lot at an RV park while you look for a home. That would count as a Texas address. We just want to make sure when your credit report is pulled that that is a Texas address you have listed as your current address. That's critical.
Okay, so that makes it really easy. You don't have to be a resident for a whole year or anything like that to get eligible for this. That's awesome. So in what situation would a Texas Veteran Land Board loan be good for? What problem is that really going to solve for people?
Well, there's 3 different loans, and I guess I'll talk about there's 3 loan products, 2 of which the veteran would actually contact the land board directly, and I'll talk about those first. The third one is the home loan, and that's where somebody like me would help. The first one, and the one that the land board started with back in 1946, was the land loan. And this was just it's a loan for raw land. And the Texas state government decided to honor veterans back then, just like the GI Bill was happening on a national level. The state of Texas wanted to do something for veterans too. And so they came up with the land loan from the land board. And what that is in its current form is it's a really cool loan product. There's not anything else like that. So let's say that you as the veteran, you found a beautiful piece of land you're not ready to build, but you would like to get that land secured. You can use that loan on any land in Texas. The land board sometimes has its own lots for sale, and you can go to their website to check. But this is primarily going to be in any purchase you make in Texas for a primary residence dwelling. All right, this is not going to be a commercial lot. But unlike most land loans, you can do the VLB land loan with as little as 5% down payment, and you can amortize that over a 30-year note, either 15 or 30 years, which is just unheard of for a land loan. Those are normally going to be shorter term loans with a much higher down payment. Yeah. But the land board loan, you can amortize like a house. Yeah.
And on these, is there a special rate, or is it just the special qualifications for veterans?
There is a special rate. There is, in fact, hold on just a second. Let's check what today's land loan is. And one other thing I didn't point out that I should have is there is a minimum of 1 acre. Okay, so it has to be at least an acre, and that loan will go up to $150,000. So those are your two main limits. It has to be an acre, and it can't be more than $150,000.
And
There
that's just for the land, right? You can
that
also
is
you can use this loan also to buy a house with land, and that has a different
yes,
maximum
If
loan value.
there's already a home on it, that is going to be different. Okay, so the current land loan rate for this week, the Veterans Land Board resets it every week, is 6.95.
Yeah.
That's a really good rate right now for a non-mortgage loan. So, and that is something that you can check every week on the VLB website. That is not dependent on your current, your credit score, your FICO, how much debt you have. It doesn't, none of that matters when it pertains to that loan. So,
Okay, so it's just the rate. And what is that website? Is it TX VLB, or what is the website?
let's see. Okay, it's vlb.texas.gov. And then that will take you to the main land board site. And then you want to click on the loans tab.
Okay, so if let's pursue then the other angle. If they want to buy a house with land, is there any requirement on like the population in the town? Does it have to be out in the country? Anything
No.
like that? And what is the maximum loan that they can get for a house with some land?
There isn't any geographic requirement, and there also isn't any minimum or maximum size of home. The maximum loan amount is going to be tied every year to the conventional loan amount. So this year, 2023, the maximum loan is $726,200.
And that'll get you a good little place, won't it?
That will get you quite a bit of home in many, many parts of Texas. Yes.
Yeah. Even in today's market, that's still not too shabby.
Absolutely.
So what about, you've talked about buying the land. So say someone uses a Veterans Land Board loan to buy a piece of land. What if they do become ready to build? Can they also use VLB funding for building the house on this land, or is that a separate?
That would be a separate thing. What you would do in that case is you've got your Veterans Land Board loan on your land that you, let's say, still paying on. You're ready to start construction. You would go get a construction loan, which is not a mortgage. That's a different kind of loan, maybe from a local bank, because that's going to be a short-term loan. And you're going to do your construction with that loan. When it's time, when construction's done and you're ready for your permanent financing, at that point, what you can do is take your construction loan and your existing land board loan, if you want, and roll both of those into the permanent financing of the Veterans Land Board home loan. So at that point, that's when you're talking about your 15 or your 30-year mortgage.
Okay. And is that an advantage over rolling all that into a regular VA loan? At the end?
There are advantages to using Veterans Land Board. One of the main advantages is if you are a veteran with a disability rating of 30% or higher, the land board gives you a discount on that rate, and it can be significant. So right now, let's take a look. Let's see. This week, the home loan, the standard home loan rate, this is already a great deal because it's not credit score dependent. You're going to have bad credit and get this rate, is 7.24. But if you already have a disability rating of 30% or higher, they're going to knock 0.5% off of that. So your interest rate would be 6.74% for a zero down loan, which is pretty amazing right now.
Yeah, that is pretty good. And is it possible to buy down the rate farther if they wanted to do that on this type of loan, or no?
Generally, no. If they wanted to buy down the rate, that we would want to look at VA as an option, because this is already a pretty discounted rate that they're getting without having to have a buy down.
Okay. What about, as often happens when you have land, there'll be a manufactured home on it. Can they buy land with a manufactured home with the Veterans Land Board loan? No. Manufactured homes are
manufactured homes are not part of the program. You could buy the land if it already had the manufactured home on it, but the manufactured home couldn't be part of the value of the property.
Right. Okay. So what am I not asking? Is there something else that I've missed that we need to tell people? And
Um, really, it's this is something that you want to look at. If you have a disability rating, always check with a lender who has the VLB option for you, because that discounted interest rate is one of its main selling points right now. And the fact that it's not in any way credit score dependent. A VA loan is a credit score dependent loan as far as what rate you get. And truly with the VLB, it is a one size fits all interest rate. That is one of the wonderful things about this rate. You can use it on duplexes. You can use it on fourplexes. You can use it on houses in town. You can use it on houses on some acreage. Even if you're wanting to do something on acreage, just keep in mind, probably the bulk of the value of the property needs to come from the home, not the acreage. So you probably can't do 100 acres with a shack on it, but you could very well maybe do 10 with a home on it.
Yeah.
That would be a good use.
For those duplexes and fourplexes you mentioned, they have to live in that, right? It has to be their primary residence.
Yes.
If you wanted to house hack, like they say, house hacking, you have to live in it to get to use this loan product with it. Yeah.
Yes, you do have to live in it for sure. Let's talk about a couple things that it's not. It's not a refi, so you can't ever use VLB to refi a home. It has to be a purchase involved in it, and a purchase of a primary residence.
Okay. And are all lenders who do VA loans able to do these VLB loans, or are there special lenders they need to see for this?
Yes, you need to make sure that the lender offers it. Honestly, most don't, because it's a little more complex for the lender to do. You're going to have the same experience as the veteran customer, but it's a little more complicated for the lender to do. There's some additional paperwork. So a lot of lenders don't offer it. But I really think it's a good option, especially if you've got that disability rating. This could be the right loan product for you, for sure.
Okay, awesome. Is this something that you guys at SWBC offer?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. So if you are right now looking to buy some land or some land with a house, or to use this loan for any of the above, how would we reach you, Milynda, to get started in the process?
Okay. My phone number, which you can call or text, is 979-218-6540. You can also reach me. I'm sure Sherry will put it on the screen, but milynda.hallerman@swbc.com. That is a mouthful. So just read whatever Sherry puts up there.
It is a lot. And we'll put an end screen up that'll have our contact information on it. So if you just hang on to the end, you can get that information. I really appreciate you coming on today. And I know that you and I have a lot more different topics that we're going to get on to talk about. So I'm excited for that. And watch out for Milynda. You'll be seeing her again.
Yes, we are going to have some fun talking about all the different VA options. And like Sherry said, VA house hacking, using your VA loan benefit to build wealth and move up. You know, there's just a lot of options that you as a veteran have with that loan. It's a great loan. And I would love to talk with you, Sherry, about different ways that our customers can use those.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And, you know, we're located right here in Bryan College Station, but the reach is far. You can go over the whole state, right?
I'm licensed statewide. I can do a loan anywhere in Texas.
Okay. Well, good deal. All right. Well, thanks for coming again, and we will look forward to future episodes.
Awesome. Thanks for inviting me, and I will see you soon.
All righty. Have a good day.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you for tuning in. We're excited about helping ease your transition. If you're needing help or answers, please reach out. I would love to find an expert who can answer the questions in a future episode, or I can connect you with someone for more immediate help. We are here to serve you for a change. Don't be shy. My contact information is right here for you to use.